Here's the water test. Yep, I think it is ready for the next step. Okay, I'm going to add some short ribs. And when they're not sticky anymore to the bottom of the pan, then I know it's ready to be turned. Okay, while that's cooking, I added some guanciale for some extra flavor. The pork ribs are cooking. I chopped up some onions here, and then I'm going to throw this in with some garlic once the meat is done. Well, I turned a few of the ribs, and some of them are still stuck here. So that just means they're just not ready. So we'll let it continue to fry up before I deglaze it. All right, I left them in here. Now hopefully they will, yep, they're turning over easy. So I'll just let this cook for just a little longer. And now I have a question. I don't have any red wine. Normally I'd call my love, but she's not currently speaking, so I'm going to just use sherry to deglaze this. All right, the ribs look like they're done. So I'm going to start taking them out, and I'll let the guanciale cook a little longer before I deglaze and add the aromatics. All right, I removed all the meat. Now time to deglaze. Ooh, I guess I should have expected that. Well, the steam may or may not clear up. I'll have to put the phone down and let the lens dry. So the next step after I reduce this just a little bit is to add the aromatics in. All right, that looks like pure gold. Man, I haven't tasted it, but I'm just burning off the sugars. I'm sure it's going to be great. And that's where the meat and guanciale is. All right, now all the alcohol is burned off. Now time to add 2 ounces of tomato paste. And I'll mix that in, and then the aromatics come next. Now would be probably another time I would call my love and see if this is too thick, if I need to add more. Well, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is because I'll be adding a can of San Marzano crushed tomatoes next. Okay, this is reduced nicely. It's really nice and thick. It's starting to smell good. Now, I'm gonna add my aromatics. I have a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of parsley, teaspoon of Italian spices. I'm gonna just mix that in, and then I'm gonna throw in my onions. All right, onions are in. Now time to add some olive oil, because we don't want to burn the olive oil. We don't want to get it too hot, but this will be good. Just a few ounces here, just to reduce the onions before I add the crushed tomatoes. Oh man, doesn't this look amazing? Okay, the onions are almost translucent. There's a couple of white ones left. Okay, it's time to add the tomatoes. So here's what I'm adding, San Marzano. It already has the basil in there. I like to add basil at the very end, lots of fresh basil. Okay, now I'm gonna have to crush these. I should have crushed them ahead of time before throwing them in here. Oh well, not a big deal. Okay, so I crushed up the tomatoes already in here, and then for my second can, I decided to crush them in there. Oh man, doesn't that look great? So now this is going to have to cook for about 3 hours. I'm going to add a few more cans probably, and then I'll add the meat back in and it'll melt, come off the bone. I'll get rid of the bones and it's going to be delicious. I'm going to turn this up and let it come to a simmer. Okay, this is what it looks like after cooking for about 5-10 minutes. The consistency is still a bit thinner, not as thick as I like it, but you know, it's going to be cooking for quite a few hours, so nothing to worry about. I actually have, I'm going to add another can of tomatoes. Okay, I put the meat in and now I have it on a very low simmer. So in about 3 hours, I'm also fried up about a ½ pound of ground beef. I'm probably going to add into this for just a heartier dish. Since no one is available to help, to guide me for cooking. Well, it's weird because I can cook for 200-300 people at the church kitchen for those dinners and parties, but Wi-Fi cooking for myself sucks. Well, it's been about, let's see, about a ½ hour. It's looking good. Can't really tell that it's reduced though. It still seems a bit a lungo or watery. So I'll just let it reduce. I'll check in about a ½ hour. The meat still doesn't feel as soft as I thought it would have been by now, but it's only been about an hour. So check back in another ½ hour, make sure nothing is sticking. It's on the small burner as low as it'll go. Now it's been about another hour. The meat is starting to fall off the bones. And the consistency is really nice now. You can tell it's thick. So I'm going to let it cook down for probably another 2-3 hours. Have a look at that. See how it's thickening up real nicely now? Well, didn't add any ground beef, but did make meatballs. So this will be cooking for about 2 more hours and it'll be ready. It's been about 2 hours and the meat did fall off the bones. And I fished out the bones and then I fished out the big chunks of beef and removed the skin because that looked pretty bad. And then I shredded it. So now, not only do we have meatballs, now all that delicious meat and the guanciale is all shredded in here, and I'm sure it's really soft because I know I cut it. And I tore it apart, I should say. And, oh man, it's steaming up. Anyway, I'm gonna let it cook now, reduce for about another 2 hours on very low heat. And it should be okay. Hey, boy, this is looking so good. It smells great. It's thick. Got lots of beef in every spoonful. I think it's already been 3 hours, about 1 more hour. Let it keep getting thick and keep reducing and intensify the flavors.